Hi guys, it's Katie here again from BellaCreativa, and I have a new project to share with you today. This is some examples of a set of hexagonal drawers that I've made that I keep all my crafty bits and pieces in. I've made this using a set of SVG files. There are actually only two files that you need to make this. One is for the top and the base, and one is for the drawers themselves. So the little one on the left I made was my prototype, and I usually make my prototypes a bit smaller just to save on materials. But it's also really a good example of showing you how you can make it. You can downsize it. Also, you might be able to see there that instead of using metal drawer handles, I've just used little pieces of ribbon, and I think it looks really sweet like that. The one on the right is the one that I've made for the tutorial, and that's the actual size that it comes in. It stands about 25 centimeters tall and about 20 centimeters across, give or take, roughly. They both have 4 layers of drawers, and each layer has 6 drawers in the layer. But you can put as many layers of drawers on there as you like. So you could have 5 layers of drawers, you could have 6 layers of drawers, you could have 3. It's completely up to you. These two I have put on Lazy Susan so that they rotate. In the tutorial of the one I made on the right, I did include on camera how I attach the Lazy Susan to the bottom of the drawer unit. I'm not sure it was the best example though, so I might have to try and do that again on camera some other time, because I think I'm getting a bit better at it now. So this is a project that uses quite a lot of cardstock. I thought I'd better put that out there and let you know. But the other thing is too, they don't have to all look the same. You could use different coloured cardstock or whatever you like, and then I've just used scrapbook paper to decorate them. So anyway, let me show you what they look like. I'll just work my way around the camera. So they are both on Lazy Susan, so as I say, they do rotate, although it's completely optional because my little prototype wasn't on a Lazy Susan to start with, and I've actually been using it for a few months and didn't have any problem with that. But I finally figured out how to put it on this little rotating Lazy Susan, so I think it looks pretty nifty. So each of the drawers come out and are shaped like this, and I've just got some bulldog clips in that one. And then this section on top I have got lots of bottles of glue. So this is a 125ml bottle of glue, and it sits in there just fine, and you can see I've got lots of bottles in there, so there's quite a lot of space. The little one on the left, my prototype, I've just put little things in here like I've got some little charms in this one, and it also rotates now as well, which is pretty cool. So this has got a lot of the like jewelry fixings and things, fittings that I might like to use, little charms and things like that. I don't have a lot of charms, but I've got lots of space to grow. So those are the 2 drawer units that I have. The one on the right is the one that I make during the tutorial, which is following on from here. And I thought I would just nip over to the computer now so I can show you how to upload the files to Cricut Design Space. Of course, that's the only cutting software I have, so that's all I can show you, but I'm sure you can apply the same principles using whatever electronic cutting machine software you use. So we'll go over to the computer and upload them, change the lines to score lines, and save the project. So let's go over to the computer now. Okay, so here I am at my computer, and I have just downloaded the files from my Etsy store, and it comes, for me, when I download something, to my downloads folder on my PC. So wherever it is that when you download your files, it will go to that folder. and it is a zipped file. So the first thing we need to do is unzip it. So to do that, we need to double click on it and go up here to extract all. You can see that I have, let's just get rid of all of this, shall we, because it's a bit messy. Okay, as you can see, we have 2 SVG documents and then a PDF. So let's just click on extract all. It's asking me where I want them to go, and it's going to put them in this file once I have extracted them. So I'll click extract, and it's going to open that file up for me. So it looks exactly the same now, but it's unzipped. So let's start by having a look at the third one here, the guide. So we'll just double click on that, and it's a PDF. So it will open up in whatever PDF software you use. And this is a guide that you can print out to refer to if you like. So it's just got a picture of the drawers and then a little bit of information here about what we're going to do in this video, which is upload them to our cutting machine and then change the lines to score lines and attach them and make a project. A little bit there about sizing and about just the rotating the objects to consider the direction of your paper if you're using paper that has a direction. And then down at the back we have a picture of the 2 files. So there's just these 2 files here, which is all we need to upload today. Super easy. Okay, so that's the guide, which you might like to print out, up to you. So then with these 2 files here, we need to upload them to whatever software you're using. I can only show you in Cricut Design Space, so that's what I'm going to do. So we'll just slide down here to Cricut, and the first thing we need to do is click on the upload button here and click upload image and browse, and then we have to go back to our downloads, and here is the, I don't know why it says yesterday, I did it this morning, 2 minutes ago. Anyway, this is my unzipped file, so I'll double click on that, and then I need to bring these 2 files in, so I have to do them one at a time. So I'll just double click on the A file, and that's what my A file looks like. So, and I've got an A, drawer inside. You can name the image whatever you like and click save, and then we'll do the same again. So upload, browse. This time we're going to select the B file, so I'll double click on that, and it just looks like that, really simple file, and that's the top and the base, and we'll click save. So then we're going to put these 2 on our canvas, so we'll click on this one and this one. So I've got those 2 files, and then I'll go down to the right and click on insert images, and it will bring them both up sitting on top of each other. So the first thing I'm going to do is make my canvas a little bit smaller down here on the left so I can fit everything in, and then I'm going to pick up my hexagonal base and move it to the side, and we need to change these lines on the inside to score lines. Right now they are cut lines. So the first thing we need to do is ungroup this file. So let's go over to the layers panel and click ungroup. Then I just need to click on my blue piece that has these lines on it on the inside. So I'll just click on that one, and then go back over to the layers panel, and you can see it's right down here, it's highlighted that piece, and it says A drawer inside, and there's cut lines, and then there's the blue piece itself. So we need to click on those lines that say cut lines. Go back up to the left, up the top here where it says line type, click on this drop down menu and change that from cut to score. So you can see that now those lines are dashed lines, so they're score lines, so that's perfect. But we need to go back over to the layers panel, and I'm going to select the blue piece and those lines again, and I can do that by clicking on this bit here beside this arrow, and it highlights both of those pieces, and then I'm going to click attach. So now those lines are score lines and they attach to that piece. So I'm going to go ahead and do it for these little guys here. And go over to the right hand side, click on the cut lines, go back up to the line type. I'm going to change it from cut to score. Go back over here, select the piece with the score lines and the blue piece itself, and then click attach. So I just need to do that for each of these, change the cut lines to score lines. But that's for all the pieces that have got internal lines. So this one here, this is the pink mat that's sitting on top of it, but we're not going to do anything with the pink mat. We're just going to click off onto the side, onto the blue piece, and then you can see which piece it's highlighted. I can click on those cut lines, change them to score lines, click the whole thing, click attach. Now you'll see that my pink piece that was sitting on top has disappeared. It's actually just sitting underneath. So if I right click on that and say center back, now it's gone back to my pink mat sitting on top. So now I can click off it, hold down my left mouse button, select both pieces, and then I'm going to just group them together. I find it easier to work with pieces when the mats are grouped with the actual piece itself. That's my personal way of dealing with it, but it's completely up to you. Okay, then I'm going to click on this guy here, and I'm going to change those cut lines to score lines and go back and attach them. I'm going to right click, click send to back, click off it, select all of those pieces like that, and then group it together. These guys here, we don't need to change any of the lines, but I'll just move this one out of the way. I'm just going to group that little, no I'm not, wait, let me just grab that, there we go, and we'll group those two pieces together just to make it easier. These guys are already grouped together. So when we are cutting this out for our hexagonal drawer unit, we need to cut out, for every one of these pieces here, which is our drawer, we need to cut out one of these pieces here, which is our sleeve, and you'll see that in the tutorial. So I would go ahead, well, let's start by saving our project. Okay, so we're going to come up here and click save. I'm going to call it hexagonal drawer unit and click save. So now I won't have to change those lines again. I can just go straight into my project. Okay, I got a little bit ahead of myself, sorry. When I would cut out my pieces, I know that I need this guy here and this guy here for every single one of my drawers. If I want to put one of the little labels on there, then I'm going to cut one of these out for each of my drawers. And for each of my drawers, I'm probably going to need one each of these strips as well. So that will all fit on one 12 by 12 inch piece of cardstock. So if you're using 12 by 12, you could cut all of that out together. I only need to cut out 6 of these. These are the sides for the section on top that I had holding my glue bottles. And this is the top and the base, and that you would cut out of an individual piece of, or each piece you'd cut out of a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock. But I just wanted to let you know that you can get all of these pieces that you would need for each drawer out of one 12 by 12 inch piece of cardstock. Okay, so that's it, that's easy. So that would mean that if we wanted to do a set of drawers that was 4 layers deep, then we would need 24 of these cut out. So a little bit of cutting involved, but it's a simple and easy project to actually make. Alright, so let's go over to the desk and make our hexagonal drawer unit. Okay, so I have cut out my pieces and now we just need to put the drawer unit together. So I have worked ahead a little bit, but I thought I would just show you how to put the drawers together and then we'll do all the rest because it's not difficult at all. And it's pretty repetitive. So what we need to do is make 6 drawers for each layer. So I've already gone ahead and made some of the drawers and layers. I'll show you. So I've got 3 of the layers and each layer is 6 drawers. So we're just going to do the last layer now. So let me show you. For each drawer I need one of the A3 pieces, which is this piece here, funny looking little piece, and this other funny looking piece which is A1. So for each drawer we need an A3 and an A1. So I will just do a couple of these and show you. So let's start with the drawer. So I've already gone and creased all of my fold lines, the score lines that my Cricut's made for me. So I'm just going to fold these two little tabs in here. I'm just going to fold these two in here and put some glue on those and on here. And then I'm just going to attach this piece here to this tab. And this is the little skinny back of our drawer. So just put some glue on there. Where's my wiper thing gone? I've lost one. Let's start with a fresh one, shall we? Okay. Just wipe my excess glue off there. And then this side as well, like so. Then I'm just going to turn this tab back for a minute, and these guys here as well, just makes it a little bit easier. Make sure I didn't disrupt that one. Okay, so then I'm going to turn these two tabs in here and put some tabs on, put some glue on those tabs. And then we just bring those up to the side like so, on that side. And then on this side, like so. And then all that's left to do is to turn these tabs in. So I'm going to put glue on these tabs along the top, all the way around, and this one, and then I'm just going to turn those in and fold them down and give them a little burnish. Okay, so just turn that one to the inside, give it a bit of a burnish to make it stick, and then the same all the way around. So these little tabs are on the top of our drawers, and it's just to make our drawers a little stronger. Like so. And then this one. And then this one. Make sure that's nice and firmly attached, and that's our drawer. Simple. Let's do one more, and then we should be right. So just put some glue on, whoops, these side tabs here and here. So the little tabs first. That's how I've been doing it anyway. I've made a few little drawers lately, but I do love this unit. I think it's so sweet and useful. Okay, and then we're just going to bring those back so they're out of the way. And then put some glue on these two tabs here. And this one. And bring those together. Like so. And like so. I might just give those a little burnish on the inside to make sure that they're well and truly attached. And then I'm just going to put some glue on these tabs. And this one. My printer's just decided to start doing something over there. There we go. And we'll just turn these in and burnish them all down. Like so. It's been a bit tricky. So this cardstock that I'm using it does not say on the packet how thick it is, but it's pretty thick. I don't think though that you necessarily need to use it this thick, especially if you're planning on matting it. And because everything's sort of doubled up, I think you're safe to use pretty much any cardstock that you like. I'm not sure what this is. I reckon it's in the range of about 250, somewhere around there. GSM, that is. I don't know what that is in pounds. So that's 2 little drawers there ready to go. And then we're going to use this A1 piece and we're going to make the sleeve that the drawer slides into. So that's this guy here, the A1, and we're doing exactly the same thing. So I'm going to turn in those 2 little tabs there, and my glue is blowing bubbles. Put some glue on those, and then I'm just going to fold that one in, line it up nicely. I've messed up my nail polish so badly. I don't know how anyone who's a crafter wears nail polish. The glue eats it away. The moment you get a bit of glue on your nail polish, it looks terrible. Oh well. Okay, so then we turn this little tab in and this tab in, and I tend to do this at the same time. So I put some glue on this tab and some glue on this tab. Whoops, try to. Put some glue on this tab, and then I'm just going to fold this one over and slide that into there, and with my fingers underneath I'm sticking this tab onto the top piece and then lining up this side piece here and gluing it down. And then I'll just get in there with my long bone folder and just give that a little press, make sure it's stuck down, and that is one of the sleeves, so the drawer just slides into there like so. So it's a bit like a matchbox arrangement, but this end isn't open, so it just slides in like so. Right, so let's make one more of the sleeves, and then I think you'll get the idea. So just again, just some glue on these little tabs. And then we can build them together. One on here, and one on here. I'm doing a fabulous job of lining that up. Like so. Need to give that one a burnish. May as well do the same on this side. Have we go. Alright. And then I'm going to put a bit of glue on that little tab that's left. I've got glue all over my finger. Okay, glue on this little tab here and glue along here. Tuck that over and in. Putting my fingers underneath in here and pushing that little tab up against the top, and then lining these 2 guys up along here, and then burnish it. So you need to make a few of these, and I just cut them all out, and then one night when I was sitting in front of the TV, I just got out my little tray and just folded and folded and folded. So there we go, there's another drawer. Okay, so then the next step is when you have a layer of those, or 6 of those, then we need to glue them all together. So for this we need 6 of the sleeves. Let's just leave the drawers out for a minute, we're not going to use those just yet. We have 6 of the sleeves, which is going to make up a layer. And I highly recommend some bulldog clips. So let's grab some out of here. Some here, mini bulldog clips. And you just need to glue them together. So I'm just putting some glue on one side here, like so. And then I'm just going to line them up and glue them together like that. I'm just going to make sure that they're lined up at the front quite nicely. But I think that's probably the most important part, is that this bit here is lined up nicely. And then I like to stick a couple of bulldog clips on here. I tend to use one of these and one of these. And I pinch them on both corners. And then we can just leave that aside for a minute. Like so. And then we'll do the same again with this pair. Some glue on here. Line these two guys up. Like so. Make sure they're lined up, and then I'll put one here and one on this side. Make sure they're nice and lined up there. And then give those a squeeze. So you definitely want some glue that sticks quick sticking glue. Okay, last pair. And then these two together. So you can see this is a pretty repetitive kind of thing to do. Definitely not difficult. But I don't know, I think it's really effective. Okay, so one there and one there. Make sure that they're stuck together. So now what I'm going to do is I want to give them a little bit of a chance to dry before I start messing around with them. I want these 3 sets to sort of stick together for a bit, but then I'm going to put some glue on here and glue that to here, and some glue on here and glue this one to here. So when you do that, you can see there's a bit of a gap here. All you need to do is just apply your bulldog clips to hold it together, and it does it fine. I think that's because of the thickness of because they're all the same, they should fit together. It's just they require a little persuasion. But let's leave those aside for a minute to dry. And what can we do next? Well, I will show you some of the drawers. Let's put some mats on the drawers. Okay, so for the drawers, what I have done personally is I have cut out all of the mats for inside my drawer. You certainly don't need to mat the inside of the drawer. For this little one here, I didn't mat the inside of the drawer. I was lazy. But I will today. I'll mat the whole inside of the drawer, but then on the outside, I'm only matting the front and the 2 sides because I think that's all you see. So for the inside, I've cut out 1 set of all of those pink mats, and for the outside, I have only cut out this front section here and then the 2 side sections. But if you want to mat the whole lot, that's up to you, but I don't know, it takes a while. So here's some of my mats cut out already. Let me grab some here. Okay, so I also think I have been just inking up the front and sides of my little drawer. So let's move this out of the way so I don't get distress ink all over it. So I've just been inking around the sides here. You could do the whole thing if you wanted, but just bear in mind that however many layers you do is times 6 of these that you have to make. So, you know, don't start anything that you don't think you can finish, basically. I did for the other drawers, these little ones here, and I had RSI from distress inking so much. So I'll just ink this up, and then I can just show you how I've matted them. Okay, so for the inside I have, let's go with the stripy ones, and that's the outside, and Okay, so let's put those in there and these in here. That can be for that one, and then that can be for that one. So let's do this. So I've just cut out one of these mats to go in here. Of course, you could put this mat on the bottom as well if you wanted to, if you weren't as lazy as me. So I'm just going to put some glue on there. And I'm going to pop this in here, like so. And then these are my two little inside mats. So I'll just put a bit of glue on those. And I'm just going to slide that in there. Pop it down like so, and then the same on this side. It's really been hot the last few days, the last week really. Hot, hot, hot. Got my air conditioner running. I'll just give it a little burnish there, make sure it's stuck down. And then this tiny little one goes in the back here. Put a glue on that one, and that one goes in there like so. So for the inside here and the front here, I have already cut out all my mats, but I have not put them on any of my drawers yet because I didn't want to do that until I'd decided exactly what handles I was going to use, and I will show you what sort of handle options I've got. I'll just put these two on the outside. So I'm up to this stage with all my drawers. I've got all 24 drawers matted to this stage. They just don't have any handles on them, and they don't have the front mats on the outside or the inside, because I don't know, I haven't quite decided which handles to use. I'm thinking, I'll show you in a second. Let's stick this on. Getting ahead of myself. Getting ahead of myself. Right. Okay. So that's that drawer there, and I'll do exactly the same with this drawer here. So then all our drawers are up to this stage, and we just have to talk about handles. So I need 24 handles, and I don't have 24 handles exactly the same. So here's what I was thinking about. For this guy here, I didn't have all the handles, so I've just used a little bit of chiffon ribbon. I happen to have masses of that. So I've just pierced a hole in them and threaded the ribbon through, tied a knot, and they're actually just held in with a bit of masking tape at the back. Maybe one day if I ever get around to matting that, it will look better than that. But that's one option, is to do that sort of thing. So you've got all the ribbon handles and they look quite sweet, so that's an option. Some other options I've got are, well, I could do the same thing as this little guy here with the ribbon, but I could put a bead on the end of the ribbon if I had a decent sized bead, and then the bead could be like a little handle, so that's an option, but I don't have any beads. I've got some of these metal label pulls from Kaiser Treasures, but I've only got 6 of those. But then I've got these that I got from AliExpress, and I've got 10 of these, so they're quite cute. They'll look nice on there. Right, so that gives me 16 handles, and I'm quite happy to have a whole range of different handles. I think that'll look really nifty. So I've got 10 of these and 6 of those, 16. So then for the last ones, I'm actually thinking I might just do the circular pull tabs. So, you know, I use my 1-inch circle punch. This is what I'm thinking. Where's my 1-inch circle punch? Here. You know how you just, I don't want to do it to that because I will, but you know how you just put it in halfway and then snip it, and you've just got the little thumb pull there. I might do that for the rest, so then I've got 3 different types. But what I'm going to do is I've got this spare drawer that I've cut out, and then I realised that I had one too many because I got carried away. So what I was thinking of doing was trimming this down. So I just want to cut out the front section here so that I can use it as a template. So if I just line this up on those score lines, and then I can keep this if I want to make any more as well, if I use the same handles or whatever. So I'm just going to trim these tabs off. And that one there. Whoop, whoop. And then this one here. And I don't need any of that. That can go in my scrap drawer. That can go in the bin. Okay, so this is my front of my drawer. What did I just do with my drawer? Here. So this should be pretty much the same size as my drawer. Yep. So I'm going to use this as a template. So what I'll do is I will just measure on this one where to put this here, and then I will put the holes, and then I can just line that up on each of my drawers. I'm going to do the same thing with this one, and I'm going to do the same thing with my inch circle punch, and then I can just make all my drawers using my little template here. So that's what I'm going to do for that, but I won't bore you with that. Also, I get a little scaredy cat measuring on camera because I think I'm going to stuff it up, or you'll see how bad my maths is. So if that's the case, oh, with the circle pulls, I'm also going to need to do it. Do I want to pull it up and have? I think I'll pull up and have my mat up the top, and then when I push it down a bit, it'll still have that little cutout there. So I'll push it up there, cut the hole, and then when I slide it back down to stick it on, I'll still have the little lip around the edge. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Right, so what I need to do is go away and do that with all of my little drawers, and I can show you that. But let's just put this, I think that's probably enough time for this to set up a bit. So let's put these 3 pieces together. Move all of my handles out the way. Okay, so let's just put this together. Whoops. Let's put this together. Alright, so we're just going to do the same thing again. I'm just going to put some glue on this side here. Like so. And stick those guys together. Whoops, I've got to do it this way. Right. Oh, gluey hands. Right, and then I'm just going to make sure that they're lined up along the front there. And I'm just going to put my 2 little bulldog clips there again. Leave that there to set up. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same with this one. So some glue on this side. And I'm also going to do it on this other side here. Like so. And then I'm going to line that up on here. You can see that little gap there. That's okay. We're going to be a bit persuasive with that. Okay, so I'm going to put this bulldog clip on here, and then this one on here, and then I'll get some more bulldog clips. have to be a little persuasive and pull them together like so. And put my bulldog, I might put one in the middle to start. Oops, I've done a terrible job of that. I always do a terrible job when the camera's on. Honestly, I'll put a bit more glue in there. Okay, so I'm just going to be a bit persuasive and pull those guys together. Put a bulldog clip in the middle if I need to. And then just kind of work it over to the side. Like so. And then one on this side. Let's go with this big guy here. And voila. And then I'm just going to squeeze it, give it a bit of a squeeze together. And that looks pretty good. So there's some gaps, but that's, you know, that's okay. That's okay. That's not lined up very well. Let's just pull that up a bit. There we go. Alright, put my bulldog clips back on. And then I'm just going to leave that one to dry. Like so. Right. So I'm just going to leave that one to dry and then we can attach it to here. And all I'm going to do to attach it to here is to put glue all over here, or all over here probably, and then line them up like so. But we'll just leave that one to dry for a second. What I'll do is I'll go off and sort out all my handles, and we'll leave this guy to dry, and then I will show you how to attach it and how we put on all our little strips and how we put on the base and the top and the base. So I'll be back shortly once I've done all my little handles. See you in a minute. Okay guys, I'm back, and this little guy is dry now, this layer, so we can put that one on top of this one here. So I've already gone ahead and put 3 layers together. So all we need to do is just line it up and glue it on here. Let's do that. Pretty easy. So I'll just put some glue around these edges here. This is the easy bit. I have an optional extra, if you're willing and keen to give it a go, of putting a Lazy Susan on the bottom of it. I have just spent an hour messing around trying to figure out how it works. It's got like 3 steps in the instructions, and I've made a bit of a meal out of it, but anyway, we'll see if we can work through it. Okay, so I'll just make sure I go right to the edges there. And so then we just line this one on top with the other 3 that we've already got. And of course you can stack this as high as you would like to. So then I'm just going to line it up, and I'm just going to put some clamps on. And once it's lined up, I'm entirely happy with that. Let's go around and check. And that looks like it's way out there. Sometimes your layers aren't going to be exactly the same, but that's okay. We have these little strips here as well that we can apply, which will neaten up our edges and nobody would be any the wiser. So I'll just go around and clip it all together. And here and here and oh, the next door neighbour's kids are in the pool and they're having fun by the sound of it, because I can hear screaming, but it sounds like fun screaming. Okay, that one and that one and that one and that one. Okay, so that's our next layer on. We'll just wait for that to dry. I might even turn it upside down, put a bit of weight on it. So I have already gone around and applied some of these little strips here that I wanted to show you. So we've got these little short ones here, and we also have these long ones. So the short ones go on the short sides, and they just cover up that, I don't know how good my light is. They just cover up the seam and make it look neat, and they also make it a little bit stronger. So we'll also go around and apply those all the way around. And then these ones obviously go over this long section, so they would go, and I would just apply some glue and then just clamp it in place like that. And I'll just go all the way around and add those on. So they are A5 are the short ones and A4 are the long ones. And I've just cut out one A5 and one A4 for each of my drawers. Okay, so that's that. I lost a little short one in there. So I just wanted to show you how they would go on. So obviously, well, let's just put this one on, shall we? Put a little bit of glue along my strip. I feel like my light's really dwindling. Sorry about that. Put some light. Oh, there was a huge clunk just then. I hope nobody was hurt. Okay, I'm just going to attach it along here and give it a good press, like so. And then I'll just clamp my bulldog clips back on until that dries. Might even put one in the middle. And I'll just do that all the way around, and it just makes that edge a little bit neater and also makes it a bit stronger. So that's that bit. Now, of course I would do that all the way around, but I won't bore you with that now, so I'll just pop those to the side and I'll sort that out later. So this bit is optional. Well, let me show you. Don't quite know where to start with this. I have cut out a B base and top, so I actually have two of those, and I've cut them out of chipboard. You probably don't have to, but you can see I've cut them out of chipboard. They look a little bit messy. So one of those is going to go on top, like so, and it's just a touch bigger, than this ring. So you have a tiny, tiny little lip, and that's just in case you know it doesn't all line up perfectly. So that's what will go on top, like so. And then on the bottom, you can also just finish it with a base like this, the B base, and you can call that done. But I wanted it to make it rotate, and so I found this at the hardware store. It's a 100mm Lazy Susie bearing plate, and it's got these really simple instructions here. They weren't simple at all. It's done my head in. So, but you need to attach it to another base. So I've cut another one of these B bases out, but I've made it a fraction bigger. It's about 1 centimetre bigger all the way around. So this is the size of the base if you don't add it. So you can see it's about 1 centimetre larger all the way around. So I just sized this up a little bit and then cut it out of chipboard as well. In fact, I've cut this. I've got 2 pieces of chipboard that I've stuck together, and then I just sanded the edges a little bit with my emery board, and then I just went around the edges a touch with my Posca paint pen just to neaten up that edge. Okay, so, and then this is where it all got really tricky, so please bear with me. And as you can see, I've had a go already, and I've made an absolute dog's body out of my little piece here, but I think I can show you how I did it now. So this bearing plate, so I got this from Bunnings if you're in Australia, and it cost like $3 or $4. It was really cheap, but I'm sure if you googled that wherever in the world you are, you would be able to find that no problems, because if you can find it in Australia, I think you can find it anywhere. Okay, so that's that one. So the first thing we had to do was center on, this is my big bottom section, this is my small bottom section. So this section here, I'm going to attach to the bottom of here, right? And then it's going to sit on this bearing plate. Oh, let's get rid of the top. It's going to sit on this bearing plate, and then this is going to sit on top, and then once we've attached it, it'll spin like that. That's the plan. Anyway, so This bearing plate, you have to center it on your bottom section, which I have done here. So I've just ruled lines to find the center point. And then somewhere I've got these paper fasteners. They're 25mm, so they've got to have long arms because you've got to stick them through, right? So these are 25mm long arms. Okay, so you need to stick those through. Let me just think for a second, because one of these sides is the bottom and one is the top bottom, if you catch my drift. Okay, let's have a look. I can't remember already. The top side of the bottom platform. Okay, so if this is the top side of the bottom platform, then I actually want to put a mat on there, and I have cut a mat out because when this spins around, you'll see it. So I need to put a mat on here. Oh, I hope I'm not leading you astray, but this is what we're going to do. I'm putting a mat on here. In fact, let's do it on this side. Is that what I'm going to do? I think that should be my bottom. Should have probably done all my marking somewhere else on the other side, but never mind. Alright, so I'm going to put this mat on here. Oh, it's stressful when you don't really know what you're doing, but you're doing it on camera, because I sort of think, oh, if I can help you a little bit if you want to do this, then great, because it just took me an hour, but I'm not entirely comfortable, so bear with me, please. And I should have put some more glue in there. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here. Okay. That'll do. And now I'm just going to make my markings through here again, but I have to try and remember which ones they were. Look how many holes I've got. I think they're my holes. I think that was it. Right, so alright, well let's get out the ruler and do it again, shall we? And pencil. Okay, so that's a bit excessive. Okay, so I just rule from here to here, like so, and work with me. Rule from here to here, and then from here to here. Oops. This isn't a pencil for the job, I don't think. It keeps breaking. Let's go with another one. Okay. I've got way too much lead going on there. Okay. From there to there. And then from here to here. Right. So then I lined this guy up, so they must be my holes there. So my bottom plate has got only the one set of holes according to this diagram, and my top one has got the two sets of holes. So I already had some holes poked in here, rather a lot of holes actually. It's those second ones, it's that one. I think. Maybe not. It's that one and that one. So if I line that one up, where's that hole gone? And then that goes like that. I believe that's the way. I think I need to measure this. It's 26, mine is 26 centimeters, this is 14 centimeters long, so it needs to go 6 centimeters that side and 6 centimeters that side. Only, don't know if I lined it up on that line. I must have. So then I'm going to line up my top and bottom there like so. Yes, something like so. Yep. Okay, let's just do that. Alright, so then I need holes in these places here. There's one there, need one there, and one there. Right. Okay. I'm going to get my awl and those holes off. Poke that through there a little, just a little bit. And through there. And I think it was that hole and that hole. And then I'm just going to poke them back through this way so that it's not so messy on this side. Right. So far so good. Okay, and then I'm actually going to put it on here and line up those holes and feed my little hole, my little paper fastener through and do that up on that side. And then I'm going to do that for all 4 of my holes. I'm so hoping this works out. Two. So again, I'm going to say this is optional, you don't need to do it, but I'm doing this first because it will be hard to attach to the actual unit itself once we've put the top on, so it might be better to put the bottom on first. Okay, like so. And then where this hole is, I need to cut this hole again. So this hole is exactly off center. You can see that I've got a line through there. So I'm going to just cut this hole, but we won't see it. We will never see that. Right, so then let's just poke through there. Messy, isn't it? Okay, so then we take this guy here, right, and we put it on top, and we flip this over, and what we do is we feed one of these little guys through here, lining it up with this hole here. So it goes through, whoop, goes through here and then through there, and then we sort of have to hold that down with our thumb, and then it goes through one of these sets of holes. Look how many holes I've put in there and I still don't know what I'm doing. Hang on, let's have a look here. Must have been these ones, I think. Okay. I would like to try and use the holes I already have put in there. Let's have a look. That looks about right. So then I'm just going to bend these legs over. Like so. So far so good. And then you spin this around to the next hole, and it's got to go through the metal base and through the hole in the other base. It's got to go through. Oh God's sake. Oh, I'm really sorry about this. I'll spin it around so it goes through that hole, trying, and then through that hole. Pull it through. Right. Yeah, I think I've got it. I don't know if this is making any sense whatsoever. Okay. And then we spin it around again and find the next hole, which should be there, and go through both of those. Yes, winning. Okay, and thread that through there, and then the last one, spin it around, find the next hole in the base and stick it in here and through the piece of cardstock or chipboard as well, and pull it through. That looks good. Where's the other leg? Lost a leg. What's going on? What's happened here? Okay, let's just start with another one that's not all messed up. Let's stick it through there and go find that hole again. There and there. Oops, bring it back through and stick that down. That's it. So then when our unit's sitting on top, it can spin. Yay! So I'm going to put some masking tape on these guys, I reckon. So, just a little bit extra. I feel like I should put a mat on it, really. Oh, it should be okay. I'll stick that on there. Let's stick this on here. And one on here. I'm just going to quickly zip over and do the other side as well. Make sure they don't move. Oh, I'm really happy I finally figured out how to do that. I don't know how helpful that was for you, but I also did want to show you the finished project on a Lazy Susan and not show you sort of how to do it, sort of kind of. Of course, as I say, you don't have to do this. This one here is not on any rotating stand, but there we go. Look at that. Woohoo! Okay. Oh, so thrilled about that. Let's put these guys away, and that can go away. All right, so then we can just stick this one here. Oh, actually, I've got a mat for this side to clean that up. So let's stick that on there, shall we? It's just to clean that up. Let's do that. Like so. Oh, the frustration of that. Right, so let's put that on there. I mean, it's the bottom side, it doesn't really matter, but I feel better for doing it. Right. Okay, so then we can put this guy on here. So we just need to glue that on there like so. Should we do that? I'm going to use this glue for that. So we're going to put glue all over here. Okay, and then I'm just going to flip it over and line it up. So as I say, this is it should be just a touch bit bigger than your actual draw unit, just a fraction, a hair. So just spin it round, get it sitting how you would like it to sit. Okay, and then I think I'll just put these clamps on there, clamp it down. And let that guy dry, like so. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so now we're just going to leave that there to dry. Give it a bit of a press. Oh, I'm so thrilled, it spins, it spins. There we go. Alright. Brilliant. Alright, let's put that to the side and let's do the top section. So the top section's pretty easy after all of that craziness. Okay, so for the top section I've cut out one of the base pieces like I showed you before. So this is the B, the top, and also the base. And then I have cut out 6 of these A2 pieces here out of cardstock. So that's these guys here. And all we're going to do is attach these onto each corner. So there's two long tabs. One is the angled, got the sort of angle, and then one's got a rounded edge. We're going to attach the angled tab onto here all the way around. So let's just do that. I might speed it up so that I don't bore you to death. Okay, so I have attached all my 6 pieces around the edge, and just take note that you attach the side that's got the tab all facing and going the same way. So now I can put my mat in the middle, so that is the B mat. I can put that on there, nice. I've gone for a dark colour so that if I have any spillages or anything in here, I'll be fine. So I can put this in the middle. And I'll put my lid on there, but I'll stick it sideways. Okay, so that's going on here. Like so. And then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to put my outside mats on these now. So I chose these guys for my outside mats, and these are my inside ones. So I don't think these have a direction, so I'll just quickly attach these while it's flat and easier to do. Okay, so I've attached all my mats to the outside section, and on the inside I have matted this inside section. So now all we need to do is turn over these tabs and glue them together. Put some glue on these tabs and then bring it up and stick it to the next one, like so. And we're just going to do that all the way around and join it up. Alright, so I have now joined the top section all together with those tabs. So the only other thing to do is to put some glue on these tabs and bend them over, and that is again just for a neat finish and for a little bit extra strength. So we can just go around and put some glue on all of these and fold them inside and press them down. And I need to give mine a little bit of extra attention, like so. I'm going to do that all the way around, and then we can put these mats in here as well and finish it off. So I'll do that and then I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I have finished putting my mats in for my top section. You don't have to have a top section if you like this. If you don't want to, you could have a flat top section like this one. This is just, you know, another option. So now all we have to do is just attach this to here. So all I need to do is put the glue around here and pop this on, and we're done. I've just popped in all my little drawers, so I'm just about finished. Okay, so I'm just going to put some glue along here all the way around. Oh look, I can spin it. Haha, I'm loving that. So happy with that. Look at that. This is going to make such a difference. I can put this on my table and all of those little bits and pieces that I'm always looking for. Sorry, here comes the dog click-clacking in here. One of my dogs. There we go. So then I can just pop this on top, line it up, wipe away my glue, just make sure I'm happy with the way that's sitting. Here comes the other puppy. You can hear her coming in. That looks pretty good. Press down, and then I think I'm just going to put something heavy on top to, not too heavy, but heavy to sort of just hold that on there while it's drying. I am so wrapped with how that's turned out. Okay, so this seems like a good thing to put on here. There we go. So I'll just leave that sitting on there until it's dry, and then I can put my glues and all sorts of things in the top. So there you have it. Thanks very much for watching. I'm sorry it was a long video, and I'm sorry that you had to suffer through watching me trying to put that Lazy Susan in. I hope it was a little bit helpful, but anyway, don't forget that you can make these as tall as you'd like. Having that section on top here is completely up to you. You could just have a flat top. And yeah, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys hopefully in the next video. Don't forget to do all of that, like, subscribe, comment stuff, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.